Hi everyone, hey all you lovelies out there today. Whether this is the start to your day or start to your weekend, late at night, or however you find this video, I hope you're doing great. Today I am just going to talk a little bit. I'm here at my Botox appointment. I have been getting Botox since I turned 40. For me, it's a nice kind of way to I don't know, feel a little bit fresher and a little more youthful. And I luckily have a great physician who has been doing my injections for years. He's my dermatologist, and he always has a way to keep, I don't know, I think for me it looks natural. I still have a lot of facial expression and movement. As you can see, I get a little bit here where my 11 lines are, that they call them, and also around my eyes for my crow's feet. And I still have lines, but they're just, I guess, not as deep. And for me, I like the aesthetic and the look of it. And I know for some, this video might be a little bit triggering, and I want you all to know that I respect any procedure that you choose to do or not do. I think we all have our own preferences and how we look and how we approach aging, and it's all good, and beauty comes in so many forms. But since I was at my appointment, I thought this would probably be another good video to create just for others who might be considering Botox, have questions about it. Maybe you're not sure kind of what the before and after looks like. For me, it's pretty subtle. Like I said, I do have sensitive skin though. So I do have a little bit more, not bruising, but just I'll get some redness, and you'll see a little bit of that when I come back. So I'll show you, I'm sure I'll have a little bit of marks and redness, but it goes away relatively quickly. I did, when I first started getting Botox, I had 2 initial bad experiences. So I'm surprised I returned, but I can talk about that too, maybe in another video. The good news is, even if you have kind of a bad experience, it's something that eventually leaves your body anyway. So I will be back to just tell you a little bit about the procedure, how it went, pain levels, and all of that. And yeah, I will see you in a little bit. But for you, it'll be seamless. Bye-bye. Hi guys, I am back. I am directly from my appointment, and as you can see, and as promised, I have some redness right where my 11 lines are. That'll go away quickly though, so don't be afraid. It's my sensitive skin. And then I do have a few little dots here and on the other side where he injected for my crow's feet. But that will also go away within a couple days. The dots, little where the needle injections were, sometimes take a little bit to fade, but I can easily cover them up with makeup the same day, and you won't even notice anything. And then the redness in between my eyes up here, that'll dissipate like in the next hour or so. You won't even notice anything. And the great news with my dermatologist is that he always does this amazing job. I don't get any swelling, any after effects whatsoever. When I mentioned in earlier in this video about the bad Botox, that was not my dermatologist. That was 2 other medi spas or medical spas that I tried, where I did have at least a nurse level practitioner, but things went awry. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video, like I said. So yeah, as far as aftercare goes, there's not really anything to note except to not do rigorous exercise. I have seen that some people say not to lay flat right after the appointment because the Botox can travel to other areas or like migrate. But I've also heard that that's not necessarily true. So just to err on the side of being cautious, I don't lie down for a couple of hours after the appointment just in case that were to occur. I've never noticed that happening before, but not sure how much science is behind that one. But outside of that, you can just do your regular activities. And if you were going to go to work right afterwards, I would have some concealer in my car or on me to use in the bathroom before I went to work. I work from home and I don't have video calls right away, so it's not even an issue for me. But if you had somewhere to go right after, if you're like me and have sensitive skin, if you just have a little bit of concealer, you should be good to go. If you don't have sensitive skin, you might not even notice anything. Of course, everybody's different. And the first time, if you're trying Botox for the first time, I would maybe try not to plan anything right after where you're going to be seen, because you could have a case like I did where maybe you will get some swelling. It's possible. But overall, I love Botox. For me, I don't have a needle phobia for this procedure like I do for other needles. It doesn't hurt. I mean, there's pinches, so I can't say it's painless, but the pinches don't bother me. They almost feel good. I was telling my fiance earlier today that it's almost like people who enjoy getting tattoos, although I don't have any tattoos, for me, I kind of like the feeling of the needle for Botox. So it works out really well for me. And it's another one of those things where it's intimidating at first, but after you go and get used to it, it's just like another thing, like, you know, that you might do for yourself, like going to get your hair done at the salon or something. That's what it feels like to me. I know it's different. I understand it's different, that you're injecting something, you know, so there's obviously a different level of precaution and care and thought that will go into it. The other thing is I don't do any fillers. I don't do anything else as far as facial aesthetics or injectables. It's only the two areas that I talked about. I don't do anything in my forehead, like in the majority of my forehead, just around kind of this area and my crow's feet. Nothing in my forehead in general. A long time ago, I found that kind of training this area to not go like this that much throughout the day. Like if you're going to look at something, to like look up with your eyes instead of raising your eyebrows, just kind of helped me not to have really profound lines there. So if that's a tip that helps anyone else, it worked for me. But I've tried those frownies, and I don't know if you guys have heard of those, but for me, they didn't work. It's those stickers that you use overnight to try to prevent your facial expressions from happening overnight. And for me, they almost cause like more indentations when I woke up. So I'm like, this isn't working for me. So anyway, my regular Botox appointments, which I do anywhere between 3 and 6 months apart, just depending on my schedule and how I feel like my skin is looking, that works for me. But everybody's different in that area as far as if you need to go or want to go every 1 to 2 months or more spread out than that. It's more effective for some people than others, depending on what the result is that they're looking to get. So just thought I'd share since I was going to my appointment today. If you have any questions, comments, or anything else, please feel free to leave them down below. And just remember, I embrace anybody's journey, what you choose to do for yourself or what you choose not to do. I think it's all great, and we all have our own background and preferences, and we should support each other through the aging process and through anything that we're going through in life. So just want to re-throw that out there, that this is just more informative and me sharing my story and my preferences. And if that resonates with somebody or helps you choose what you want to do, awesome. Sending so much love, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.